Ladies and gentlemen, from the post-millennial, Disney has decided they're going to double down. They haven't learned that get woke, go broke. They haven't learned from their billion-dollar failures. The post-millennial reports Marvel's new queer series, Agatha All Along, to be gay explosion. Just shut up. I don't care. First of all, Marvel has been on a downward spiral. The Marvels bombed miserably. They basically tried to just get rid of it. It's so cringe. It doesn't work. We got this from Bounding Into Comics. Agatha All Along star Joe Locke says his character being gay is significant in that it's a part of him, but it's not a huge element of the plot. That I'm fine with. But dude, for the love of all that is holy. You want to know something funny? So there's they don't learn. They don't learn at all. You don't need to go out and do these interviews where you explain how gay you are. You can just live. You know what I mean? Like, you can just have opinions and be a person, and that's fine. And ain't nobody care. Vivek Ramaswamy was recently talking at this event with Charlie Kirk, and he said, we agree that if you're 18 and older, you can live your life how you want to live and do whatever you want, but you can't do it to kids, right? We agree on that. So what Disney needs to recognize is that, look, conservatives ain't going to like it, and conservatives ain't going to want to watch it, and you don't have to. Fine. But moderates plainly don't care so long as you don't jam it down our throats. So I had the unfortunate privilege of watching Agatha All Along. And, after hearing there was going to be a gay explosion, I decided to watch it. And of course, they are definitely catering to the woke without trying to go too over the top. This show is for the woke left, very obviously. You know what they're probably thinking? Conservative white dudes ain't going to want to watch a show about witches. They would be wrong. They're just marketing it poorly and presenting it poorly. This is a Marvel show about people with superpowers. You can market this properly. Here's what we don't need. First, there should be no circumstance in which this dude says anything about, oh, really? Are they saying outright it is Billy Kaplan? They're saying it is? There's no reason to have the character be gay. He could just be nothing. And people can make inferences. But Disney's not learned their lesson. So they give these interviews where they do this kind of garbage. Here we go. The gayest Marvel project ever done. Well, you're going to lose money. People are going to be upset about it. This goes along similarly to what we saw with Paramore saying basically Donald Trump, Project 2025, and lying about it. There are people like, look, conservatives buy shoes too. Why intentionally antagonize your market share? You can have the characters be presumably gay or whatever, but you don't need to tell everyone how gay of explosion it is. Actress Aubrey Plaza, the most famous for her role, said Monday that Agatha will be a gay explosion by the end of it. Ugh. Why would I want to watch it then? Have you not learned from your stupid Acolyte show where they had lesbian space witches create babies with the Force and it got canceled right away for being garbage? Hey, look, Sajir Zamata, who plays Jennifer Kale and came out as queer in an interview, said, witches are queer inherently. Just because we are outcasts and set aside for many reasons, this show shows a really good representation of different types of people and that we can all use the power we have within to go forward and be great. I've always looked up to Wanda Sykes as another black queer woman in comedy living her truth is really inspiring and awesome. I feel proud to be amongst a lot of great people who do that openly. Actor Joe Locke says it's really nice just to have these positive queer characters. The series, he explained, has many layers and gay is one of them. That's one of the great things about the show. Teen is a queer guy on the show. Who? But it's not the driving force, which I think is really great. Teen. Well, so I will say this. So in this image where you can see Joe Locke's character, his mouth has an M over it. When he tries to say his name or explain where he came from, he can't. His mouth either goes blah, 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 or it gets sealed shut. And so you don't really know who he is, I guess, unless they did reveal it. I don't know. I'm not really paying attention that much to the show or whatever. So I guess saying Billy Kaplan, Joe Locke, and Senor Scratchy are startled by the appearance of a coven of witches or whatever. Sure, I guess. Disney's not going to learn their lessons. They're never going to learn their lessons. They're going to lose money over and over again. They're going to burn subscribers. But I digress. Agatha all along, fine, make your shows. I don't care. People who want to watch it can watch it. It's a subscription-based network. They've got a bunch of other Marvel offerings you may like. There's more movies coming out. You don't have to hate Disney because they make one show and they play this route. That's fine, and I get it. It is. I just won't watch it. I say this quite a bit. I've been saying this since the Gamergate stuff. If you want to make a video game or a movie that's overtly woke and just bad, my response is, hey, good for you. Congratulations. I'm not going to pay for it. Go make your money somewhere else. And then maybe Disney might finally learn their lesson. I really doubt it. They probably won't. They're going to keep doing this stuff, and then they're going to say, why won't people watch our movies? Like with Star Wars, they said, white men, this is not for you. And then canceled. Why won't white men watch my show? Because they're racist. No, because you insult them. And they're a huge market of the superhero show genre. Dude, the wildest thing. White people make up the majority ethnic background in this country. White men are the largest consumers of action and superhero and politics stuff. So why would you intentionally make content to disparage the largest share of your market? That I just don't quite understand. I think it's because the cult has taken over the institutions. They are anti-meritocratic, and they don't understand. This is communism. What ends up happening, my friends, is that you'll eventually end up with people in government who think this should be subsidized. They're going to say, these kinds of shows are good, and people won't pay for them. I think we should all have to pay for it. And then they'll make it a cultural requirement. They'll say the government should fund this. What really means they'll take money from you to fund garbage programs that you don't like. And then you won't want to watch. And then eventually end up with Big Brother, where it's the only thing on TV. Okay. I will give it some praise, though. I like the idea that if you're going to have gay characters in your show, it's not a point of the plot. So far, I haven't seen anything where this kid has done anything gay. Like, he's not like walked up to a dude and give him a kiss or anything. But they've done these things where it's like, look, there are a lot of movies with romance. There are a lot of action movies with love interests. WandaVision, of course, it was Wanda and Vision. And that whole thing turned out to be fake, and it was a weird show, whatever. In Doctor Strange, he has Christine, his love interest that he lost. And so you're going to do love interest stuff. But it's just forced. When you introduce a gay character and then create a gay plot line with gay sex and all of this stuff, that people, a very tiny portion of people want to watch. I'll just lay it out for you, Disney. When you make a movie and there is a dude and there is a lady and they are love interests, and then you do the scene on HBO or Cinemax or whatever where they enjoy each other's company quite a bit too much to the point where they end up having a kid. You get my point? Women and men, 99%, relate to and understand the experience. So there was that movie called, what was it called, Bros or whatever, where you had, it was a gay rom-com, and the whole thing was just weird gay sex references. Okay, I got to tell you, that's like less than 1% of the population. They're overemphasized in media to an extreme degree. And then that guy, Billy Eichner, I think it was, made that movie, and he's like, please, everyone, go see our movie. It's like a gay rom-com, and we need your support. And nobody went to see it, and it flopped. I'll tell you why nobody went to see it. Women don't care about two dudes doing dude stuff and banging. And most guys, 99%, don't want to watch guys banging or hear jokes about it. Not because they're homophobes. Some are. Like, I mean, in a literal sense, like they literally are like freaked out by it. Some just plain don't like it. But most just don't care. Let me offer this up to you. Imagine if I made a movie about, how about this? People who play Magic the Gathering, Commander specifically, and it's a comedy where we're talking about John only ever plays Dimir, and he's always just doing Thassa's consultation, and it's cringe because he wins in like turn 2. You'd be like, I have no idea what you just said. Not interested in watching that film because the commercial means nothing to me. Right. I'm not stupid. I understand that if I make a show where like, hey guys, today on skateboard, imagine there's a I made a skateboarding movie and it was called Nollie Heel Flip 5-0. And in it, the challenge of the film is that Johnny is dealing with his friends who he can't beat in a game of skate because Rick is just super good at nollie big inward heel flips, and he just can't figure it out. And that's a challenge he has to overcome. You know, you'd be like, Tim, I have no idea what you're talking about. None of that is gross. None of that is gay or whatever, but I still would not sell tickets to a movie that was that overtly esoteric. So to Disney and to all the people making the movies, just like, I don't understand why you think people who aren't interested in these things want to buy it. You're not going to sell your asparagus-flavored ice cream to anybody. Could you imagine going to an ice cream shop and they're like, we got asparagus and broccoli flavor. You're going to be like, well, you know, maybe 1 in 1,000 people might be interested in buying that. Legit, there was a company that made mustard-flavored ice cream. I think they still might. There's mustard, jalapeno, and ketchup. And I'm like, I will never buy those flavors. That's disgusting. However, someone did bring a mustard ice cream here once. They're like, you got to try it. It's mustard flavor. I'm like, I will not. I literally will not try mustard ice cream. I just throw it in the garbage. In fact, we've got those Numa drinks that are really good coconut-based sports drinks. And it's like mango and lemonade. And we have chocolate mint. I have never once tasted chocolate mint, and I never will. And that's what you are offering, my friends. That's what these shows are. And that's why they flop and you lose money. But, you know what? By all means, make it. I just ain't going to buy it. All right, my friends. We'll wrap it up there. Smash the like button. Subscribe to this channel. Share the show with your friends. Thank you all so much for hanging out. It's been a blast. You can follow me on X at Timcast. We'll stay live for a little bit for Super Chats. And we'll hang out for a little bit on this beautiful Sunday morning. Now almost afternoon as noon approaches. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all tomorrow, once again, 10 a.m. on this channel. Share the show with your friends. Let's, I don't know. I got 3 billion views. That's kind of crazy. Let's make it 6. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see y'all next time.